Good morning all, and welcome to North Wales, more precisely Anglesey. So yesterday I was in Snowdonia with some other photographers, having a day shooting in Snowdonia, and I got myself a B&B just on Anglesey, just across the water, just across the Menai Straits. And today I thought I would have a little drive around Anglesey and see what I can do photography wise. And so I thought it'd be nice to take you guys along with me. Now, last night I did a couple of places. First of all, I stayed at a place called the Gazelle Inn, which I'm just leaving, or the Gazelle Hotel actually. This is beautiful. Hotel, slightly ropey, could do with a spruce up, but it was fairly cheap. And it served Guinness, and the food was pretty good. Breakfast was okay. But it's right on the Menai Strait. It's a great location, and I got some great shots last night at sunset, overlooking Snowdonia in the distance. The other place I went, which I won't be going to today, which is a favourite on Anglesey, is the Penmon Lighthouse. One good thing, if you go in a coastal area, is to get a tide time app, and that will tell you, funnily enough, what the tides are. And the tide was out last night at Penmon, and I really wanted to go and do it with the tide out and the rocks and so on. So I got a nice shot there last night that I'm happy with. So I shan't be going to Penmon today, but that's over on the bottom corner, getting near the Menai Straits, over the east side. Fantastic location. Go there at low tide. If you get there at high tide, it's fine. There's a little toll road goes to it that's £3 for all day, so you can come and go as you please. Very good location. The only other place I did get the camera out was between where I stayed and Penmon is Beaumaris, which is a beautiful place. I'd forgotten how lovely it was. I haven't been for a few years, and I stopped off there. The tide again was out, so there were some boats on the beach. So today's plan is to simply is very loose plan. I'm heading over to eventually I'm going to go round the island and head over to the other side to the place that name escapes me, but there's kind of a lighthouse on the rocks, and there's some little island, land something island, which doesn't help because we're in Wales and it would be land something, I suppose. So I'm going to head there, low tide to get to the island. Low tide is about 4:30 today, so I will be heading there about 3:30, something like that. It's now 10:15, so the plan is to drive round past Penmon and carry on up the coast, see what we get. So let's give that a try. Okay, so I've found myself at Red Wharf Bay, which is over on the east side of Anglesey. But I found these nice boats just here. This is a beautiful place. Appears to be free parking, at least I hope it is, otherwise I'm going to get a ticket. And so got these 3 boats. Beautiful place, Red Wharf Bay, and there's loads of boats strewn about here, loads of them. So I'm going to pop the camera down, and I'm going to see what we get with these dark skies and these boats. Let's give it a go. Okay, I'm shooting with the 12 to 100. I'm at f6.3, I'm at 12mm. I put polarizer on, but we're at the wrong angle. And I've got a 0.6 graduated neutral density filter on to even it out. I'm not sure I'm going to shoot a bit more with the 12-100. I'm not sure it's wide enough, so I might throw on the 7-14 and just have a walk around these boats. Right, well, I enjoyed that. That was nice. So Red Wharf Bay, nice boats down on a little sort of spit peninsula, whatever you want to call it, that goes out. It's a beautiful day. We'll see what I got. I swapped to the 7-14. I had a 0.6 graduated neutral density filter on both lenses. So I was shooting at 12mm and then I was shooting at 7mm. You might ask why I don't just keep the 7-14 on if I'm going to shoot at 12 and just shoot at 12 with a 7-14. Well, it's a bit of a different lens, but also the polarizer doesn't work with the 7-14. But it wasn't doing much today anyway. So I'm just looking at the OS map and I'm going to head now. I have no idea where I'm going. I went around some real twisty little roads to get here. Looks to be a nice Doulas Bay. Doulas Bay looks to be up the coast. Wow, we haven't gone far. Spent a lot of time going around tiny little twisty roads. So I'm going to head towards this Doulas Bay. I think I've heard of it. See what's there. Okay, so I've just pulled up at what appears to be the start of Doulas Bay, which looks quite nice. There's a nice car park, plenty of room. It says you've got to pay at the cafe, which seems like it might be open to a little bit of abuse to me. But first of all, I'll go and have a little look at Doulas Bay. Right, so first thing is, if you get a chance to come down here, you got to come down here just because the toilets have, the gents toilets have Monty Python lyrics around the urinals, which is a stroke of genius. I've been and had a look. It's okay. It's not great. Well, there is it's a sandy beach and there are some dunes, not big, exciting or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is get the camera and just go. There's a fairly standard shot of there's a little pathway of sand down to, opens up to the beach with some flowers either side. I might as well shoot it while I'm here. It's a little bit cliched. It's more of a holiday brochure shot than anything, but I'm here, so I'm going to shoot it. So I'm going to go and do that, and then we'll move on. Right, so that's that shot done. It's full of people on the beach, so I couldn't get people out of the shot. I think I just managed to get it just within the distance. One little girl sort of just stood looking out of the water, which might be quite nice. I don't know. So, you know, way in the distance. I'd probably Photoshop it out anyway, but generally it was like 3 or 4 of them stood there. Typical, they choose to stand right at the end, you know, the end of that bit. So, a South Stack I'm heading for now on Holy Island. Going to go there and then going to head south from there down the coast, work my way towards the other island that I will look up the name of because I keep forgetting it. I started a bit late this morning, that's the problem here. Basically, where I stayed last night, I was up until sort of 1 o'clock in the morning. There was a chance over the Menai Straits of the Milky Way. Too much cloud, but I did get some nice shots with sort of the clouds, stars. The clouds quite orange from the lights of the Menai Bridge and so on. So that was worth staying up for. And then I was up at 5 o'clock for sunrise, which is a bit of a non-event. Then I went back to bed at 6. Had a couple of hours kip because I was on the road yesterday at 5 o'clock. So it's, you know, you've got to have a bit of sleep really. So then I got up and had breakfast and didn't leave until gone 10 o'clock. So that's why I've been bimbling around for 2 hours now, and I think it's time to really press on and get some decent shots of some fairly well-known places. But from what I've seen, Anglesey is a great place, and I'll discover more before we finish. But great to just drive around the coast, and it's so close to Snowdonia as well. Right, let's press on. South Stack, here we come. Okay, so here we are at South Stack, and it's busy. So, not sure what we'll get, but I'm going to have a walk along. The sky's looking pretty good. Could do with being a bit darker, but it's looking promising. So, let's go and see what we get. Okay, this is South Stack, and as you can see, we're teetering on the edge a little bit. So we'll talk about settings when I get back to the car. So that was South Stack. I didn't want to do too much filming up there. It's wise to concentrate on one thing at a time, and that would be the photography rather than the filming. It's teetering on the edge of it, and if you're not concentrating, that's where you drop a lens or drop a filter or something silly, you know, you're trying to grapple. So just tried to give a quick look, but used the 12-100 and the 7-14, couple of graduated neutral density filters of different levels. So I'm going to go back to the car, I'm going to grab a sandwich, and then we're going to head down to the South Island. Well, that was great. So, grabbed a sandwich, drink, packet of crisps and a chocolate bar, and I'm now heading south on Anglesey to, and I now know the name, it is called Llandwyn Island. Hey, should have probably found that out earlier. So, heading towards Llandwyn Island. It's 2:30. I'm thinking, as long as I remember the tide right, I'm sure I had a look this morning, I'm sure it was 4:30 low tide. So hopefully, I'm not quite sure how long it takes, hopefully get there.
In 400 yards, turn right
sat nav,
at the end
set the
of
sat nav, the sat nav will tell me I will be there at 3 o'clock. So get down there 3 o'clock, try, and it's a bit of a walk apparently, but try and get there for 3:30 and have about an hour there. Really happy with what I got at South Stack, by the way. Really nice place, busy, free parking again, so that was great. A lot of people about, but you can actually,
in 100 yards,
single track road,
right at the end of the road.
You can actually do quite a lot, you know, out of people's way. I did have one guy who stood in my way, took some shots with his camera, fine, no problem. He wasn't a serious photographer, you know, he was just snapping. Then he proceeded to pack it away, spend an eternity packing it away, right in my view. Anyway, right, so cracking on to I won't try the Welsh, Llanwydden, I think, Llanwyn Island. And I was gonna just ignore the sat nav and go down the coast road for the first bit if she didn't take me down there, but the good news is that's where it's going. So, full speed ahead, Llanwyn Island. Oh, that was interesting. That's a place called Maltreath. M-A-L-L-T-R-A-E-T. Oh, music coming on. Does that to me every time. M-A-L-L-T-R-A-E-T-H. and it looks really nice. There's sort of an estuary nearby to my right with a nice walk along it, and then there is to the left there's a canal type thing, and that goes off to a viaduct going across. So I literally stopped and snapped. So I don't know what we're going to get with that, but it was definitely worth stopping and having a look. So we'll see. This is lovely. There's a beautiful view over to the right. There's two ponies. It's like this expanse of water and two white ponies there. But I can't go everything. I can't do everything. I need more time today. Not time added on after today. I need more hours in today. Hey ho. Onward, Llanwyn Island. So here we are, Llanwyn Island. We're in the car park. £4 to get in. Well, it's okay, I suppose. So the walk doesn't look too bad. 20 minutes, I suppose. Water's gone flat, so let's go. Well, this is nice. Not quite sure exactly how far I've got to go, but not too far, I think. There's a lovely walk through the woods. Worth it just for this. Very nice. Well, it turns out that I'm a buffoon. I've got the wrong car park. Apparently you could carry on through that. That was the car park for the beach. You could carry on through that car park. And what I now know to be about a 15-minute walk further on is another car park that's closer to the island. However, I have spent a lot of the day in the car, and therefore I'm not too fussed about a little bit of an extra walk, as long as time is on my side in terms of the tide, which it is. So here is Llanwyn Beach, and that's Llanwyn Island behind me. So that's where we're heading. The tide's out. Got to be honest, I walked through the woods, but it'd be nice to walk back along the beach. I think there's a few photo opportunities. So what I'd like to do is get over, get the shots done, get back before the tide is even coming in, or just as it's starting to, so there's plenty of the beach left. So nearly there, I hope. I was a bit worried that the sky looked a bit blue, because this place has been photographed so many times. So what can I do that's different? Not a lot. I've got to rely on the elements, but I'm seeing some beautiful cirrus clouds. Now today has been all about black and white. Maybe there'll be a few colour coming out of it, but because I've been shooting during daylight hours, apart from when I was up early this morning, it was all about black and white, and that's still the case. If these cirrus clouds are over the top of where I'm shooting, could be a stunner. We'll see. Right, here we are. Two things. It's windy and there's a lot of people. But if you're doing a tour of Anglesey, you can't go everywhere at the best times. So I'm going to set up, I'm going to do some wide stuff with the 714. This is the cloud I like. So I'll just have to see how it goes. But it's a stunning place. These people are moving, most of them, so Photoshop the rest out. Well, that was Llanwyn Island. A lot of people, but I've managed to get some shots without them around. So sky could have been better. They were all pretty cliched, been done lots of times before, but this is just an exercise in going round Anglesey and just seeing what's there. Pretty good day. Got to walk back to the car park. I wouldn't be surprised if I haven't got at least 4 or 5 shots, real good shots from today. So I'm going to head back to the car park, and head home. Got fire Snowdonia and the odd lake perhaps. So, this hasn't been a technical video. I've not really shown how to do anything. It's been more of a little insight into how I sort of just drive around and discover places. A lot of that is based on where people have been before, but I do try and stop off and see my own stuff. Try and find new stuff. No technical stuff, but I will show you all the editing of all the images over the coming weeks. So, time to drive home. See you for the editing.